Hi, this is Bill Watkins. Today we're still in 1 Peter chapter 2. We were looking yesterday at what he said about obeying the law because we do good. He says this is the will of God, that by doing good you may put to silence the ignorance of foolish men. But then he says something really interesting in verse 16 of 1 Peter chapter 2. As free, yet not using liberty as a cloak for vice, but as bondservants of God. He makes a point here that is really important. You are under the primary obligation of God, that we are citizens of heaven more than we are citizens of earth. Being responsible to God is more important than being responsible to man, and this is important. Where the laws of man conflict with the laws of God take precedence. But do not use this as an excuse for ignoring the law of man. He says, no, you obey the ordinances of man. You are free, but don't use your liberty as a cloak for vice. Remember, you're a bondservant of God. What does that mean exactly? It means that there are those who can pervert the whole gospel of grace into, it doesn't matter what I do, God's grace is going to cover me no matter what. That I am a citizen of heaven, therefore whatever the laws of man are don't have anything to do with me. And then my liberty becomes a cloak for vice. I am free to obey God. God told me to obey the ordinance of man, except when they violate the ordinance of God. That means that the Christian ought to be the best citizen there is because he's obeying, not because he's afraid that he will be caught if he does wrong, but because he has a love for God that tells him, you do right, whatever you do. Don't ever use your freedom as an excuse to sin. Thanks for watching.